Hi there.
Blind as a bat and tall as a tree. Hey, it's Ava G.
Hello everyone, it's me, Ava G, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. It's going to be a 4-part series of ranking Walt Disney World rides. So today is the first episode and we are going to start off with Disney's Animal Kingdom. So one thing I want to let you guys know is I will not be ranking like shows like It's Tough to Be a Bug or the Festival of the Lion King. I'm going to be rating only rides. And there are some rides that I have not ridden yet, so I will not be ranking those. Like I said, this is a 4-part series. The next episode will have Hollywood Studios, the episode after that will have Epcot, and then the final episode will be Magic Kingdom. One quick disclaimer, these are my opinions. I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of what I said. Let me know what else you have to add. Without further ado, let's get started. For Animal Kingdom, there's only one ride that I have not ridden yet, which is Flight of Passage, just because the line is crazy long. I will not be able to rate it, so that is the only ride that will not be rated in this video. I'm not going to be rating these in any order. It's just kind of like the order that they were on the map. Like if you go down the side, they correspond with numbers and stuff on there. So I'm just going to be going in that order, giving them rating out of 10, and then like you'll see on this one of the sides here like a list of which ride is in first and which ride is in second and below that. So the first ride that we are going to start off with is Navi River Journey. So I really think this is a beautiful ride. If you have not seen it, it is so pretty. You can look at it on YouTube. They have full ride-throughs and like 360 views of it. It's so beautiful, and there's always something different to look at. There's very advanced technology involved with it, like the animatronic at the end. For younger kids, I guess it could get boring because there's no like storyline like there is on other dark rides like Peter Pan's Flight. So I give this ride a 9.5 out of 10. Moving on to the next ride, Kilimanjaro Safaris. So this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but I really don't like the safari. I think it's very overrated. It's super hot and you're like in the sun and there's always a super long wait for it. And then sometimes you don't even get to see the animal that you've been waiting to see because they're not out during that time. There's really only specific times you can come and see certain animals. But if you do come at the right time, it is an interesting experience. So for this ride, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. The next ride is Kali River Rapids. This ride is so fun and it's so thrilling. You get very wet, which is, in my opinion, good in Florida because it can cool you off, but if it is one of the cooler days in Florida, you're going to be very cold and very soaked. I personally like getting wet, so I look forward to riding this, and I really recommend this ride, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Our next attraction is Expedition Everest. Now this is going to be kind of controversial. I think this ride has great theming. It looks like such a fun roller coaster, but I just can't do the backwards part. And because of the backwards part, I've only ridden it once. If you can take it, definitely do it because it is a fun roller coaster and it's got so many cool visuals and stuff, and Disco Yeti. So fun. But personally, I'm just going to give it a 8 out of 10 just because I'm not in love with it, but I also know how awesome it is. Our next ride is Primeval Whirl. If you didn't know, Primeval Whirl recently shut down, and we can kind of assume it's from like the safety measure aspect of it because it is not the safest ride. It's super fun, but it will like toss you around in the cart and it It's literally a carnival ride, so it looks like it's gonna fall apart any minute. It does not seem safe at all, which is probably why it is closed. But I do have some good memories on this ride. It was super fun when we did have a chance to ride it, so I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Next up we have Triceratops Spin. I definitely think Dumbo's superior. They probably just needed it for the kids who can't ride Primeval Whirl because there's a height limit, because it's not safe. But yeah, it's not that great of a ride, not creative or anything, so it's just a 2 out of 10. Next we have Dinosaur. It's definitely an interesting ride. You can probably learn a lot of stuff by walking through the queue. There's all kinds of artifacts set out and little like infograms about them and information about it. It's really interesting. It has a really good story too, like you're trying to go catch a dino and you have to like go back in time. It's super cool if you haven't seen it. I think the animatronics are kind of outdated, but since you're in the dark and like lights are flashing at you, you can't really tell. And they still scare me. There's always one that I don't remember comes out at you, and then it comes out at me and I get scared. It's also a like rough ride, like it'll toss you around a little bit, so if you have a bad back, my dad, it might not be for you. So this ride, I really love it, so I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. So the final rank through, in 7th place we have Triceratops Spin. In 6th place we have Kilimanjaro Safaris. In 5th place we have Primeval Whirl. In 4th place we have Expedition Everest. In 3rd place we have Dinosaur. In 2nd place we have Cali River Rapids. And in 1st place we have Navi River Journey. So that is my ranking of all the Animal Kingdom rides. Let me know what you think. What would you change? What would you switch around and all that? What is your guys' favorite ride in Animal Kingdom? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe, because there will be 3 more like this, but of the different parks. Click the bell so you never miss one of my videos. Make sure you also check out my Instagram and my TikTok. And I will see you guys later. Bye! Oh, hi. You're still here. I guess you want the Wanda Vision review. Let's get into it. So before I give you my thoughts on this episode, I'm going to give you a little summary. So if you have not seen it yet, there are spoilers ahead, so watch with caution. In this episode, Wanda has her baby, but before that, we see Vision have some weird interactions with the neighbors. He comes back inside and talks to Wanda about it and is kind of questioning what's going on. But what does Wanda do? She snaps back a few seconds and changes the conversation. So a little bit after that, Wanda unexpectedly has her baby while Vision is out getting the doctor. One of the neighbors, Geraldine, delivers it. They name it Tommy, but wait, there's more. Wanda has twins, and they name the second kid Billy. After Wanda has had her twins, Vision meets them, everyone meets them and stuff, but then Vision and the doctor go into a different room and it is just Wanda and Geraldine together. Now, this is a very important moment because something weird happens. Wanda starts talking about her dead brother, Pietro, and Geraldine makes the strangest, most random comment and says, "Your brother was killed by Ultron, wasn't he?" And when Wanda questions her about it, Geraldine won't say it again. So the next thing that we know, Geraldine is getting thrown into a portal that leads to outside of Westview. And on the perimeter of Westview are all of these like military officials, and they find Geraldine, who has just like appeared here out of nowhere. So yeah, very interesting episode. Let's get into what I took notes on. Okay, so this episode had some pretty good jokes. I thought it was a pretty funny episode. So what Vision said to Wanda before she reversed back and changed the conversation was, "I think there's something wrong here, Wanda." And that kind of lets us know that like Wanda isn't in control of all the people around her. They can think for themselves, but whenever they step out of the line that Wanda wants them to be in, she'll go back, or she'll do what she did to Geraldine and just kick you out. So, like all the other episodes, there was a ad in the middle of the episode. And this ad was for Hydra Soak, which apparently is important. But guess what? I don't know. But you know who does. Take it away, Sawyer, with Conspiracy Corner.
Welcome to Conspiracy Corner with Sawyer G.
Oh! Hi, I was just watching an old Ava G video. Make sure you go check them all out. Like and subscribe to all of them. Anyway, welcome to Conspiracy Corner with Sawyer G, where we talk about everything Marvel. Okay, so first of all, in the middle of every episode of Wanda Vision, we get a commercial. And they usually connect to the MCU or of Wanda's past. But in the third episode of Wanda Vision, we get a commercial for Hydra Soap, which is just a type of soap. So if you're not a big fan of Marvel, but you watch Ava G's videos just because they're fun, which they are, obviously go check them out, then you haven't watched a lot of Marvel movies. So, if you don't know, Hydra is mentioned in a lot of movies. They're Age of Ultron, Captain America, just basically almost every Marvel movie. And again, yeah, they're a Nazi organization working under Hitler for experimental weapons. Anyway, if you know what their logo looks like, it's basically, it's weird. It's not a Hydra, but it's an octopus with a skull on it. And on the box of the Hydra Soap, it has little octopuses all over it. That's kind of a cool thing. So that's the box. So on the box, there are little octopus things. And that's, I'm guessing, a little reference to the Hydra logo, which is a octopus with a skull on it. So Hydra relates to Wanda because a follower of Hydra, Baron von Strucker, he held Wanda and Pietro, Wanda's brother, captive in their slave camp, whatever that is. And it's basically, they tried getting their powers out. Like, they tried making them have powers. And eventually they did, and then the Avengers came to storm their camp thing. Yeah. And they used them as weapons. So, yeah, they're just weapons, basically. So that's a little background information about Hydra. Back to you, Ava.
Thanks, Sawyer. So moving on with my notes. When Vision goes to get the doctor is trying to get out of town and they're going on a vacation. But he makes the comment, small towns are so hard to escape. And after seeing, like, the military people on, like, the perimeter of Westview, what I'm kind of thinking is that Wanda has kind of created this bubble all over Westview, and like nobody knows that they're in the bubble, but they can't get out. But these military people, who I think are the sword people that we keep seeing, they know, and they're trying to help Wanda get out because they think somebody is keeping her in there, but really she just wants to be in there. So now for Geraldine. When she said he was killed by Ultron, wasn't he? Referring to Pietro, Wanda's brother. Wanda kind of notices that she's wearing this necklace that has the sword logo on it. So Geraldine might be like a spy for the sword people that are all around the perimeter. How Geraldine got into the town, we don't know. The same for the person on the radio, the beekeeper dude. Super weird. But how did they get in here? We don't know yet. So then at the end of the episode, Vision goes outside and just sees two of the neighbors, who I think are her and Agnes, and they're just talking to each other, whispering and talking about all this stuff that's going on. And he walks over and they ask, is Geraldine in there with Wanda? And it goes back and forth, and then they start talking about Geraldine and something's like wrong with her or something. Vision is kind of concerned about it. Herb was about to give it away by saying she came here because we all, but then Agnes cut him off and told him to stop. So what I kind of think is she came here because they're all trapped, like I said earlier, in this little bubble thing that they can't get out of. And that's all we have to say for episode 3. So make sure you stick around for next week's video where we will give the review of episode 4. Bye!